What's up, everybody? Back with another video. We got a 2006 TRX 450ER today, electric start model. So this one's going to be running Southern Roots with me also. It needs a little bit of work. Last time it died about lap 4, something with the electrical issue. It has a 24 volt kit, so underneath, and second battery. Under the seat. So we're going to double check that it is charging. And then I think step one is to get this gas tank off. It's got a VP 110 in it and it is driving my sinuses crazy. So go ahead and get the tank off, set it outside, probably drain the car while we're at it. Full exhaust, it's got a titanium FMF on it with a power bomb. We're going to do a Rekluse, we're going to do some flex bars. Just double check the alignment on these tires. I know last time whenever I set the alignment, one of the tires was kind of off. The tread was worn weird because it actually had positive camber, and that's not what you want. So we'll double check the alignment on it, and just a long list of parts: graphics, seat cover. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on it. First item on the list, we got a set of Fasst flex bars. We went with the 14-degree high bend. So that's what the customer asked for. Right now we have Pro Taper ATV highs. Not my favorite. They have kind of a steep angle coming up from here. It kind of puts my elbows a little bit too far out just for my riding style, for my height. The customer wanted the bars a little bit higher anyway, and we would have had to do some spacers. But with the Fasst flex bars being high rise, we'll get probably another almost 3/4 of an inch higher, which is what he's looking for. And then the 14-degree bend will bring these just in a little bit more. So I want to thank Fasst Flex for letting me do this video, review the bars. It's something I've used for a while. So if you can see, top secret quad, don't look at it. And KTM 525, same thing. And they're also on my YFZ build that I'm running this season for 2022. So the 2017 YFZ. I have a little bit different setup on each bike. So the KTM, we got the yellow spacer, red outside. For top secret bike that I haven't messed with yet, see what we got. So he's running no outside and then green inside. And I believe green is pretty stiff. So on this video, I'm just going to cut in some clips. I have a full video on the Fasst Flex install if y'all want to go check that one out. If it's not up yet, it will be soon. On here, it's hard to see exactly where the arrows are. With the other clamps, the Hauser clamps that are on bottom, it would have been easy to line them up. But it's not that hard. Just going to go ahead and get a tape measure, and we're going to measure 1.25 inches on that side. And then I'm going from this riser bar and then adjust them to 1.25 inches on this side. So that way we know that they're perfectly centered. So that was it. That was the last step for the install. And as you can see, these are the red lockers, so we could always lighten them up if we want to. But we got a little bit of flexion up and down. So our to-do list is pretty long on this one. Forward seat cover, Texera sprocket guard, Cecco bracket for the back. We got some new swing arm bushings, precision damper, RM stator, coil, and rectifier. And then we got a fresh set of graphics. So there's a couple more parts coming also. So first step, we got our steering dampener. We got the Pro model for this Honda. So we're going to do first, we're going to tighten these all the way down. Looks like they're already tight. And then we're going to go ahead and set it for medium roughness on trails. So that'll be setting 8 for center and 10 for sides. Alright, so got it preset, and then we're going to go ahead and take the bracket apart. It actually said the first step, we're gonna raise the quad up and make sure that the stem moves free. So you can see, it doesn't bind. So we'll probably grease that upper bushing. I hear it squeaking a little bit, but as long as your steering doesn't bind, then you're good to go to the next step. And with the next step, we're just making sure that this arm right here is 90 degrees. So both the arms are 90 degrees. So that's it. The damper's done. You can see this chain, it's got about 2 or 3 links that can come off, so it's done. Maybe even more, maybe like 5 links. And then the teeth on this rear sprocket are bent, so we're gonna go ahead and replace both. And me personally, I wouldn't buy those powder coated chains because they put a lot of money into the powder coat, not a whole lot into the chain. So you can see these are acorn lug nuts. These wheels are aftermarket, so they actually use flat lug nuts. So we're going to replace those. This hub, the nut's not even tight on there. So we'll make sure to get the torque specs for that and fix it. That's not good. So these nuts aren't even tight. So you can see this one, these things are super grooved. They're not even grooved straight. Like that one's odd long, that one's odd long, this one's normal shaped. So this thing was done, and there's a bunch of bent teeth right there. So time for it to go in the trash. And it looks like he caught something. We probably missed it by one ride. You can see right there, it's got a pretty good bend in it. And these pads are pretty fresh, so we don't want to ruin a brand new set of pads. So go ahead and get a new rotor for it. And I think this is where the fun started. So get the brake lever removed, get it to the side. This is a Walsh swing arm bolt, so it's greasable. But impact on it and the other side, I believe it should have had an Allen key in it. But not only was the Allen key stripped, there was a star bit broke off inside the Allen key. I tried to hold the other side with just a regular pipe wrench, but it was not a one-person job. So I ended up having to get some help. Alright, so a couple days later, we got the +2 cable installed, and you can see fully locked. We got plenty of room now. We got our axle apart on the floor, and we already got our outer dust boots off, but the inner dust boots, on the Honda, it should be both seals in the center. So here's our barrel, and you can tell they all have grooves in them. They have maybe some flat spots. Same thing with the axle, same thing with all the hardware. So it looks like it was rebuilt, but they didn't get all the parts. So you can see these bolts, especially this one, has a pretty deep groove right in the center. These bolts have a bunch of flat spots. There's like a burr in that one. So we'll just go ahead and replace them. Honda's pretty nice. I think they're like $2 a piece. So definitely worth getting rid of that play. Alright, so here we got all of our brand new seals, barrels, roller bearings, and then we got our Motion Pro tool to help us get the bearings swapped out. And then we're also going to do the upper linkage. The bottom linkage is actually pretty new. It came with the rear shock, so we're not going to worry about that one. So I got our first side coming out. And on the Honda, both the seals go towards the inside. So this seal should have actually been over here to protect the barrel, which is probably why these are so dirty, is because the barrel wasn't completely sealed. But that's alright, we'll get them right. All OEM, brand new bearings, brand new seals, and it'll be good after. Alright, so here we got our Rekluse kit. It's the CX series, which means this ring is a little bit different. It adjusts inside. I think it's a little bit easier to use, so that's why we're going with it for this TRX. Just go ahead and separate the plates that are different. We got this plate, and then we got a plate with a flat edge all the way around. So we want to set those to the side, and then we're going to soak all this in oil. Alright, so we have our plates that have been soaking for about 10 minutes, and now we're going to go ahead and make sure we install them in the right order. So we're gonna grab our cushion spring. That one's the one that just went on, keep things quiet. And then we got our fiber that's a little bit more narrow. And then that's the last friction disc, and then that's the one with the flat edges all the way around. So we're trying to find our starting point now. So we're gonna back the inside ring off all the way till it hits the outer hub. So right there it touches. Then we'll go ahead and back our springs back out. Now we're going to pick a circle. I'm going to pick this one. And we're going to leave our finger there. And we're going to make the spring come outward. So we're going to go all the way around. So there's that one. And then it says to go back 2. So we're going to pick a dash, 1, 2. That's it, and then we're going to put our locking pin back in. Alright, so now the inner ring is locked, and we can go ahead and put our thrower bearing back in. And then the rest we'll have to wait until the bike can start to check the freak plate gain. And then we'll torque those springs down to 7 foot-pounds, and that should be it for now. So we got to fill the bike full of oil and get the gas tank back on before we can actually check, make sure it's adjusted right. So completed project. It took a little bit longer. We were waiting forever on a rear shock, probably 2 or 3 months on it. Sometimes those things happen. And then on top of that, trying to record it, and it seemed like every nut and bolt that I touched was the wrong bolt, wrong size, the wrong thread. The threads were messed up. I think my favorite kits the whole time were the tab kit, the rethread kit, and I pretty much had a Dremel on hand at all times. But got it done, every part went on like it should have. It just took a little bit of massaging to kind of get it on there. So kind of take y'all for a walk around since I wasn't able to record all of it. I already had Fox Stage 3s on the front. We just went ahead and greased the A-arms just now. It got that precision damper. And then all four wheels got mud plugs by Bad Plastics. The skid plate is by Bad Plastics. Forward seat cover. Fasst flexx handlebars. We did the +2 cable. Make sure he has plenty of room. We had to relocate the brake cables into this stem. For some reason they weren't in the little grommet, so they were running into the new hood. Relocated the lights. Relocated the key switch, so I think it's nice up underneath there. It's kind of hidden. We got the Gland Innovations chain guide case saver. We got an HD chain. We have a new stator, new pickup coil. We got our Texera chain guard. We did the single because up underneath there it has the Cecco bracket. We made sure the rear nut got pinch. It didn't have pinch bolts in it. We completely swapped out the rear shock again, even after 2 months, 3 months of waiting on parts. They still didn't come in. So now it has a Stage 2 Fox on the rear and same GT Thunderlink. We just got a brand new one. After that, let's see. The Rekluse clutch. So I got the CX Rekluse clutch in it, and then a full graphics kit. This one I did have a hand in designing, so I think the whole thing, it pulled together pretty good. I mean, if I saw this thing on the start line, I'd definitely take a second look at it. So look forward to getting some riding videos of it, test out those Fasst flexx bars, and I'll grab some pictures once we get it out in the different shop. You can see the floor is up right now. We're actually going to clean that up and move it, and then maybe get this floor treated because this floor needs some help. But look forward to the next project, and we'll see y'all there.